Lacrosse is a sport that was originally started by Native Americans using a ball and a long-handled stick called a crosse or lacrosse stick. Lacrosse is particularly popular on the eastern coast and in Canada. The sport is a traditional Native American sport and will be a tradition soon to come at Oldham County. Another tradition is the victory down at Bell Field. Scott Blevins tells us the history behind this OC tradition.
The victory bell rang for happy occasions, but was a product of a sad tragedy.
The bell was dedicated to Daniel Whalen. He was a graduate of Oldham County High School, would have been a graduate in the year 2000 with my class. He was a member of the football team, great guy. We all loved him very much. Really, he was a good friend of mine. The point of the bell was to, and it should still be done, but anytime a touchdown is scored on Bell Field, the bell is supposed to be rang in memory of Daniel Whalen. But that's the story behind the bell.
Scott Blevins, OTVX.
The bell has had a tough journey at Bell Field. It started back when Shelby County cut down the bell, leaving a rocket, the Shelby County mascot, then later returning it after multiple calls from the administrative staff at OC. Then recently, the bell has come up missing again. It is unknown where it is, but there are multiple speculations that say Henry County now has it. Now back to the action here at the lacrosse field. A match starts with a face-off. Similar to hockey, the team fights to gain possession for the small, hard ball. Offensively, the object of the lacrosse is to score by shooting the ball in the opponent's goal. Players must toss and catch using the stick. A cradling motion is used to keep the ball in the head. There are three types of sticks in lacrosse. The short sticks are used by the offense, while the defense carry the longer D pole. They use this longer pole to strike at opponent's pole to knock the ball loose. The third pole is carried by the goalie. It is the distinctive larger net. Defensively, the objective is to keep the opposing team from scoring and to dispossess them of the ball by using your lacrosse stick to knock the ball out of the net, and using body contact or positioning. Just like lacrosse, wrestling can be a very difficult sport to understand. Rebecca Wisniewski takes us to the mat to take down this hard challenge.
Man, I'm really excited about the wrestling match today.
Wait, no one's here. Is it today?
I thought it was today. I'm sure it was today.
Are you sure there's a wrestling match? No one's here. I don't think there is.
I am sure that there's a wrestling match. I heard on the announcements that there was a meet today, and I want to see it. Hey, Daniel, is there a wrestling match today?
Yeah, there's a match tonight.
Yeah, because we were just really confused because no one's really here.
Yeah, where are your fans?
Fans? We're fans.
We're gonna go sit down.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. I don't know. Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
With all the school spirit Oldham County has gained this year, you'd think people would come to wrestling matches. But the problem isn't the sport of wrestling, it's understanding its rules. In order to understand wrestling more thoroughly, OTVX asked Coach Aaron Reardon and two OCHS wrestlers to explain some of the basics.
A wrestling match is a competition between two opponents of similar weight. It's broken down into 3 2-minute periods. At any time during a match, a pin will end a match. If the match is scored after 3 2-minute periods, then you have overtime until eventually a winner is decided. The first way you can score points is from a takedown. Tyler is going to shoot a high crotch takedown lift to score 2 points. Go ahead, Tyler. That's 2 points. The next position in wrestling would be a referee's position. Daniel's going to be in the bottom position. This is standard. His knees have to be touching the line. His palms have to be touching the front line. Tyler's going to be the top man. Top man will load up. Bottom man is usually in an advantageous position here. He can do two things. He can stand up, cut away, and score an escape. That's 1 point for bottom man. Or he can reverse the position. He can score a reversal. That's a sit-out switch. That's 2 points. So those are 3 ways you can score points in a match. That's a takedown, an escape, or a reversal. The other way you can score points in a match is by scoring either near fall, which is where you almost pin your opponent but not quite, Okay, this would be near fall. He's almost pinned, but both shoulders have to touch the mat. Thus, he's going to do the same breakdown, a far knee, far ankle to a half Nelson, but he is going to pin. Both shoulders have to be in contact with the mat for a pin to be called. If they are, that's a pin, and the match is over. You just learned 4 ways that you can score points in wrestling: a takedown, escape, reversal, and near fall, and a pin.
Although the wrestling season is over, OC's wrestling team hopes to see more fans next season. Go Colonels! Rebecca Wisniewski, OTVX.
Wrestling season might be over, but we would like to congratulate Mikey Caudell for finishing 5th place in the National Wrestling Tournament and receiving an All-American honor. And just like wrestling has multiple penalties, so does lacrosse. The most common penalty is slashing. This is when a player strikes the opponent anywhere except for the allowed stick or hand strikes. Any penalty will result in the player being put into the penalty box from 30 seconds to 3 minutes, depending on the penalty. Our lacrosse program was a club team prior to this year, combining people from North Oldham, South Oldham, and Oldham County. Then 2 years ago, North Oldham began its own school team, and last year South Oldham also began their own school team, causing a split in the club team. Then this past year, the team has decided to go its own way, and the district has recently recognized the lacrosse team as an official school sport. Over 30 boys came out this spring to join the team, most having no experience in lacrosse. Most of us know Austin Johnson as our quarterback on the football team. Can you compare football to lacrosse?
Just the physicality of it. It's a very physical game, fast-paced. Not as much running in football as it is lacrosse.
Christian Galvin, a soccer player for our soccer team. Can you explain more about this game and how it's different?
Yeah, it's all the same, except the main difference is we get to hit people in lacrosse, unlike soccer.
He doesn't insult the poor man. I'm tall.
I'm here with OCHS lacrosse coach Marcus Lane. Marcus, can you explain more about this game?
Lacrosse is the fastest game on 2 feet. It involves a lot of hand-eye coordination, as well as you got to be able to run a couple of miles during the game. It's a basic layout like hockey. You can go behind the net with a little bit of basketball perspective with the picks and the offense, and you bring in a little bit of a football mentality when you're playing physical defense. So it's pretty much the best combination of all the sports put into one.
5 seconds.
With the varsity game over and bringing home an unfortunate loss, be sure to check out all your spring sports teams and catch up on all their action. I'm Tyler Anderson for this edition of Blue Crew.